Okay, welcome. This is a debriefing for Standard 5, application of content. And this one was probably one of the more smoother classes that I've had out of the 5. The first part of the standard that I tried to implement was project-based learning. And to do that, simply we did a group project where the students came together and in groups about, I think, around 4, and it was about imperialism. They did basically what country, where they colonized, what resources they took, and something interesting. So it was from previous experiences. I made the content for their presentation a little bit more difficult. This one I kept it really simple, and it really made a difference. They soared with their confidence, and their presentations were really good. The next thing was application to real world problems. We talked about this in discussion. Basically talked about how colonialism and imperialism is still going on today. We talked about Dokdo. This is an island off the coast of Korea that has abundant natural resources, and I know they're feuding. Countries are feuding over who has the rights. We talked about Cuba. Talked about the Ukraine and the Crimea Peninsula. What else did we talk about? I think Israel, Palestine. Then we got into corporations and talked about how McDonald's is kind of like imperialistic, and in a sense where they're making their empire bigger by sending McDonald's restaurants into all different parts of the country. And basically just show them how it was not happening just in the past, that it's still happening today, and it is problematic. Next, we talked about it was the use of digital tools, and that was simply using tablets for the group work. I had them use one tablet for research. 2 students, there's 4, so 2 students for doing research. The other 2 working on the tablet to create the presentation on, I think it was Polaris, some sort of Polaris PowerPoint deal they have on their tablets. And it worked out really well.
Yeah, they're doing a lot better with the technology, and I think that kind of style lesson is really starting to get to them, which is good to see.
Yeah, they're starting to, what's the word? Like, I guess enjoy it, but they're doing their work. They're not messing around, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they're. I noticed in this class that they really put an effort towards coming out with a decent product. And then the last one was interdisciplinary themes, and the one that we stuck with for this one was global awareness. It was pretty easy to see how imperialism relates to this theme, and all the different countries, and we dealt with relating it to corporations that are going around the world. So yeah, this class a lot smoother. You know, the product, their presentations were, a lot better. I was pretty proud of them, the way they behaved in this class, and the amount of effort that they put.
Yeah, I think
into
there's been a good connection between the classes too. I think that's one of the reasons why students are doing so well. All these classes are kind of connected.
Mm-hmm.
The colonialism stuff, they're
Mm-hmm.
really starting to get to it. So.
And the group work that we're doing is somewhat similar too. It's like they're going to be one tablet for presentation purposes and the other for research. And with the experience they're getting, they're just getting better at it. And I told them like how this translates to when you get into university or really even a job, that like being able to quickly identify like what's important and get your thoughts in presentation form, using tablets and technology is a valuable skill that you're going to be using definitely in middle school and high school, and guaranteed you'll be doing it in university. So the more and doing it in a second language, like getting, up in front and doing your presentation. The one thing that I didn't really like was I still can't get the video to go on to the TV. No one knows how to do it. So I was standing holding the tablet
Right.
while the kids were swiping and changing from page to page. And with the video, you can't really see it that well. So there was something I was going to change. That would be, I wish the technology here would work. I know some of the students that are in the class that I deal with in the virtual classroom, they have like technicians and like, people. Because if you spend all that money, like, why not use it properly and effectively? They're not doing it here, and I've asked many times like about school box, and no one. It just doesn't work. It's frustrating. But just me, and I think me standing there, like, kind of made the students a little bit more comfortable too, because I'm standing there and I'm emphasizing what they're saying, kind of taking the, what's the word, I don't know, embarrassment of just being up there by themselves, because I'm helping them when they're reading and like getting the focus of the class as well when something is done well. So I would definitely do that again. I think that helped with their presentation abilities. You have anything else to add?
No, it was a good class, and I think it's going well. And like I said, I can see a big difference in the kids too. They seem to be. I think at first this kind of style of teaching is very foreign to them, but they're getting used to it, and it's. I think they're enjoying it. It looks like they enjoy it. So.
I like being able to. I find the challenge of trying to make a class where we get all of these standards into the class. I know that there's some teachers that don't even attempt to do it. They just teach their normal class and then write about it. But I'd be like, what am I going to write about? Like, I find it more challenging to implement it into the classroom, and it seems to be working pretty well. So the next one we'll be doing is assessment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll talk then. Cheers.